I think the new park over by Fisher is going to be fantastic. But then when I met, and I see him regularly, when I asked Jim Gay, he's the Parks and Recs director, and I said, hey, Jim, are you excited about the park? Well, of course I am. How many new employees are you going to get to help manage that park? None. We might use the forced labor to go over there and do it, but we're not going to increase those people. So now we have a whole nother park that we have to take care of, which is fine. But then if you look at the other parks, bless you, if you look at the other parks that are there, Hunter Complex should be a crown jewel for softball and baseball. The mounds are destroyed. You hit a foul ball over at Whitlock Park, it's every foul ball is ready for a lawsuit because someone's going to get hit. And I'm a big believer in SPLOST too, that's used in the proper way. I'm kind of tired of seeing how awesome Troup County's facilities are. And I know they have the Callaway Foundation and they have some stuff with there. But I also looked at how they spent their SPLOST. And I know SPLOST helps us to do roads and things like that, and it helps reduce taxes. But the whole way that we structure the government, I think we need to take a look at it. Last Tuesday, I spent 3 hours at the commissioner meeting. I saw Dakota down there for 2 of them. And they were going over the budget. The DA, the solicitors, the whole thing across the board. And so when you look at the numbers, every year these numbers are going up and up and up. And so I think the city government does a really good job. We learned about that on the Citizens Academy. I think Coweta does a better job than most of not having to ask people to help them, like the Department of Transportation. They'll charge 3 times as much of the roads. But I'd kind of like to see an audit. I'd really like to see how we could probably save a little bit more money and find ways to save costs. Maybe do a hiring freeze for a period of time to kind of take a look at what we already have and what we really need. The Development Authority is a huge piece to this, but I think the Development Authority doesn't just need to be looked at, they need to be reworked. And we really need to look at how a Development Authority can bring business in, because as Dakota mentioned, yes, people are not wanting to pay property taxes, and that's a big deal, but you have to replace that money.